All right, so continuing onwards here. Another key thing that I want to talk about, in regards to MLM, of course, is one of the comments I do hear sometimes, and it boggles my mind why people even say this, but they say that, the MLM products are more expensive. And my only response is, of course, because we make better products. Typically in MLM, if you find a good company that is, they make wonderful products. And why they're still around after this many years is because they have good products that work and people want them. But again, how is this different than any other business out there? You know, um, so we expect businesses to be in business to make as little money as possible, like, of course not, right? iPhone is a great example. iPhone is not a cheap phone. iPhone phones are, considered one of the most expensive phones, or the most expensive phone in the marketplace. Branding bags, LV, Gucci, Prada. So, but why are these companies, charging so much for their products? It's because they make darn good products, or maybe they have some good branding that you want behind it, right? So, but again, that's not any different than network marketing products. Usually, the products that you're buying in network marketing have so many amazing patents and technologies behind them that it will raise the price. Now, I do understand that they can be more pricey, but we have to be fair here and understand that it's no different than any other businesses out there. And you can't compare some of the products within network marketing MLM to what you can find in the Walmarts or the Shopper Drug Marts or the Costco's of the world, right? Because it's different level quality of products here. You just can't even. So if you're going to compare, has to be apples to apples, right? So, but again, businesses are in business to make money. Now, one key aspect to understand when it comes into any business, from the manufacturing point of view and the cost for manufacturing up to the retail price that's sold in the stores, the markup is usually 5 to 10 times. So in most businesses, if it costs a company $1 to make whatever they're going to be selling, they're going to be selling it in the retail stores for at least $5 to $10, if not more. So that's standard, right? But again, the question is, well, where's that money going? Well, money is going to all the in-between people who are distributing in different channels along the way, right? So the only difference between that and network marketing is that all of the profits in between that's getting paid to different levels of channels in distribution, all that money in network marketing gets paid to the marketing people. Because in a traditional business, they need all these channels to get the products into the marketplace, so everyone has to get their fair cut. But that cut's not going to me and you; it's going to the few people that have that, that got lucky enough or whatever that, or have established that those channels. But it's not going to us. In our marketing, the difference is that the same amount of profits, instead of paying these different channels for marketing and distribution, that money gets paid to us. But at least we have an opportunity in our marketing by marketing their products to do this. And again, another common, objection that I hear about MLM is that you're always selling. And people are always selling. They're always selling. They're always selling. How is that different than any other business in the world? Like other businesses don't have to sell their products. Let me ask you a question, right? If you actually opened, and this ties back into the objection, well, you're always selling to your friends and family. That's kind of related here, right? Let me ask you a question. If you opened your own Starbucks or your own coffee shop, just a regular coffee shop, could be Starbucks, could be Tim Hortons, could be whatever, no, Timothy's. You open your own business or your own hair salon or your own, whatever brick and mortar business, right? Or even an online website. If you opened your own traditional business, who are the very first few people you're going to contact? Of course, you're going to tell your friends and family because they're the ones that you love the most, you have the trust, and they should be supporting you, right? Again, you wouldn't demand them to buy coffee from your coffee shop or to go to your coffee shop or to order from you wouldn't demand that, but you would at the very least let them know. But that's exactly what happens in network marketing. Yet there's an issue with that. There's an issue with telling your friends and family that you have a great product. I'll tell you what the issue is though. The issue usually is that people don't just share that they have a new product, they're making the mistake of demanding. But again, in either business, whether it's MLM or traditional business, if you demand people to buy from you, you're going to lose friends and family. So again, the issue here is not MLM, it's how people run their business within MLM. The way I do my business, I don't demand people to buy from me. I just share with them. Again, when I had my catering business, I'm telling my friends and family. I had my real estate business, I'm telling my friends and family, hey, I have properties you can buy. I don't demand them to buy a property from me. If I was that bad, I'd lose all my friends and family because I'm being too selly. So again, there's so many things that are said in MLM, but I just hope that this video is really drawing the point that it's no different, and it's not fair to try to classify MLM on its own, because it's the things you would do in MLM, you would have to do in a normal business anyways. So going back to my points here. So again, I prefer to have all of the profits get paid to people who are distributing the products in MLM. They go into a few people in the traditional sense that have those channels, right? So we at least have an opportunity because of MLM here. So next part here, though, of course, is we talked about it before, and sometimes people have this objection. Oh, you know, people in MLM, all you care about is signing people up. But again, let's compare this to traditional business. Now, it does also matter about the culture of your company. In our company's culture, we're not trying to preach the culture of trying to recruit every living thing under the sun. That's actually the very unprofessional way of doing network marketing, and that's what you've been taught. Stop doing that, because always start with products first. But even if that was the case, isn't every business out there in the business of attaining new customers? Attaining, you know, in some companies, like cell phone companies, they're trying to lock you into a contract. They're trying to sign you up for a monthly contract. Internet companies are trying to sign you up for a monthly internet contract. Cable companies are trying to sign you up for a monthly cable company. But they're always trying to recruit people, recruit customers into their company. How's that any different with network marketing? You want to have your customers in cell phone, cable, internet, the gym memberships. You want to have your customers and memberships in network marketing. Again, the biggest issue I've seen when it comes to MLM is how people run their business. But again, I can find the exact same people in a traditional business who do the exact same mistakes. But you don't hear it as often because most people don't have an opportunity to start their own business in a traditional business sense, right? So again, just so many things here that I've seen in my 20 years of doing this, and I really hope this video is helping you get through these things. One thing that people can't get through, of course, is rejection. That's a whole other topic. We have a training called the 4 Pitfalls of MLM. Rejection, objection, deception, and attrition. But again, the key thing, just high level note, this feeling of rejection, you're going to have it in MLM, you're going to have it in any other business. You're going to get no's. And again, it's really unfair that people try to classify MLM as, oh, you know, you get so many no's and you can get put down, you can get rejected. That happens in any other business out there. All right. So, but again, there's a big difference between MLM and scams. I watched a video last night called Rene, I think it is. I forgot the company's name, but it's actually a movie about a lady who started a business with a technology that could prick your finger, and one drop of blood, they could basically analyze all of your diseases for you. You know, she raised about $700 million, was valued at $1 billion company. Turns out, according to what's online and on Wikipedia and the movie I watched, turns out the whole thing was a scam. So again, my whole point though is, in this case here, there's people, investors that invested $700 million into this company, and a year later it's worth $0. A bunch of people lost a lot of money. Yet we talk about people getting involved in MLM and losing their money. Yet, you know what I mean? Like, it happens in both worlds. But again, the money, you don't even lose your money because you still have a website, you still have the product, you still have your wholesale membership. If you invested in this other company, that's a huge loss, right? But again, my other point though is that there's scams that happen everywhere. There's scams with traditional businesses. There's scams now in real life world, but they are different than MLM because MLM is a business. If the company has products that you are buying and selling, then in most cases it's a legitimate company. Ponzi schemes are companies where you basically don't even have products being sold. You're just giving money to the system. But the issue nowadays in this century that I've seen is there's a lot of companies that are so smart. They have a Ponzi scheme, which is all about you putting money in. They try to mask it. They try to cover it up with some kind of a product or service that's really worth nothing, or really is just a facade. It's just fake. It's showing you profit, but it's not real. And they're so again, but the confusion is people can't differentiate, unfortunately, between these Ponzi scheme companies that are trying to leverage the MLM model from actual real MLM businesses. And that is the challenge that we have. And I mean, I have videos out there that try to educate people on how to differentiate the two. But unfortunately, we don't have time for that in this video. This video is just solely for purposes of understanding that MLM is actually just a business. But again, I mean, perhaps later on I could do another video, updated video on that topic as well too, if there is a demand for it. So, but all in all, I really wanted to cover these topics today because there's just so much confusion behind MLM. And at any point in time, if you ever have a doubt, a thought, a negative comment, or anything about MLM, ask yourself the question, what makes this any different than a real business? Are the things that I need to do to become successful, or are the things I'm going to go through, the highs and lows, are they any different than a traditional business? And I think what you'll find is that, at least in the network marketing MLM, you had an opportunity to get involved, to get started, and to make money on day one. Because most people don't have a traditional business because they can't afford to. It's too risky. And that's why they don't do it. Because 90% fail rate, right? So all in all, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me at any point in time. And other than that, hope you have a wonderful day and all the best.